In today's video, we are going to see the third chapter of class 10th mathematics, which is pair of linear equations in two variables from the book NCERT Exemplar. So first of all, what is linear equations in two variables? Two variables basically means that there are two alphabets from which we denote that there are two letters which have variable values which do not have a constant value. For example, ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is called a linear equation in two variables. Here a is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y, and c is the constant term. Watch the video and you will understand more clearly. So firstly, if we take अभी तक हमने प्रीवियस क्लासेस में लीनियर इक्वेशंस के सॉल्यूशन ढूंढने के लिए ग्राफ्स का यूज किया है, तो हम अभी बिना ग्राफ्स यूज किए लाइंस का नेचर कैसा रहेगा वो हम चेक करने वाले हैं. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, व्हेन वी टॉक ऑफ टू लाइंस, सो दे कैन बी इंसिडेंट, which means that they intersect at one point. Secondly, they can be parallel, which do not meet at any point. And the last is that they can be coincident. That is, suppose this is one line and the second line is coincident to this. I mean, they have all points in common. So in previous classes, we have studied them through doing the graphs. Now we will do them by equations. So if we take two equations, a1x, where a1 is the coefficient of x, b1 is the coefficient of y, and c is the constant term. C1 is the constant term for equation 1. And we take another equation, which is a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. So the condition is that a1 square plus b1 square should not be equal to 0, and similarly a2 square plus b2 square should also not be equal to 0. So how can we say that a line is intersecting or it is giving a unique solution? So if we take these two equations, first and second, so if a1 by a2 means the coefficient of a in both the equations is not equal to the coefficients of b in both the equations, then the line is intersecting, and intersecting lines has a unique solution. So it has only one solution where it is intersecting. It is called the point of intersection, and as it is giving a solution, it is called as consistent line. In case of parallel lines, a1 by a2 means coefficient of a equal to b1 by b2, but it is not equal to the ratio of constant term, which is equal to c1, not equal to c1 by c2. So this means that they are parallel lines, and parallel lines have no solutions because they do not intersect at any point, and therefore if it does not give any solution, so it is also called as inconsistent. You can check in your book also the spelling of inconsistent. And the last is that if a1, these two lines are there which have infinitely points in common, so for this they are called as coincident lines. So if a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2, so it will form coincident line, and they will have infinite solutions, many solutions. And as it is giving a solution also, so it is also called as consistent line. So now we will go for the questions. The first, you can pause your screen and read graphically the pair of equations. You can read and we will solve it now. So it is given that these lines are, so first of all we will take the ratio 6 by 2, and the coefficient of y is -3. Here it is -3 and here it is -1. As nothing is given, so we will take as 1, and when we take this constant at here, the sign changes to -10, and in second equation the sign changes to -9, so it is equal to 10 by 9. So we see that a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2, but it is not equal to c1 by c2. So हमने अभी देखा था ऐसी लाइंस को हम पैरेलल कहते हैं. So the correct option is option D. Next question. These are many similar questions only. So in this way, it is the same. We have to check. So here it is 1 by -3 equal to 2 by coefficient of y in second equation -6, and the coefficient of constant, which is -5 and -1. So we see that this gives 1 by -3. This also gives 1 by -3, but this not gives 1 by -3. So it is parallel and has no solutions. If a pair of linear equations is consistent, then the lines will be. So we have just now seen that when equations are consistent, then that means it has solutions, and therefore it can be intersecting or coincident. The fourth question is the pair of equations y equal to 0 and y equal to -7 has. So दोनों वैल्यू ही नहीं रह सकती, इसलिए एक साथ, इसलिए नो सॉल्यूशंस. The pair of equations x equal to a and y equal to b graphically represent. So अगर आपने कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री वाला वीडियो देखा होगा तो आपको पता होगा कि पहले x कोऑर्डिनेट लिखते हैं और फिर y. Therefore we will write first a and then b. So if it intersects at a and b, so the correct option is option D for this question also. Now question C. For what value of k do the equations represent coincident lines? So you can easily check the coefficient for x in first is 3, in second is 6, in first it is -1 as nothing is given, in second it is -k, minus minus we cancel, and it's equal to -8 by -7, 16. As we are given that they are coincident, therefore all will be equal. So all are giving answer as 1 by 2, here also 1 by 2. So k should be equal to +2 for this question. I hope you are getting it, even if you are in class 9th or even if you are in class 10th also. So the seventh question is also easy. If these two lines are parallel representing the equations, then we have to find the value of k. So we know that if lines are parallel, then their x ratio, coefficients of x ratio is equal to the coefficient of y ratio. So 3 by 2 is equal to 2 into k by 5. So this 5 will multiply here and this 2 will multiply here. So 15 equal to 4 by k we will get, and k will get into division. So we will get the correct answer as option C. 15 by 4 equal to k. The value of C for which the pair of equations will have infinitely many solutions is. So for infinitely many solutions, we have seen that they should be coincident. So therefore C upon 6 equal to -y upon -2 equal to 2 by 3. So we can also write a c by 6 equal to 1 by 2, and secondly we can write a c by 6 equal to 2 by 3. So here we can see that the values of c changes. In first case it is 3 because 3 by 6 is 1 by 2, and for the second case it is 4 because 4 by 6 equal to 2 by 3. So it is not giving any specific value. So the correct option is option D. The question 9th is a word problem, and it is very important for the syllabus point of view. So I will first give an example. अगर हम एक नंबर लेते हैं 43 फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सो 43 को हम लिख सकते हैं 4, it is in tens place, this is unit place and this is tens place. So we can write as, हम इसे लिख सकते हैं 4 into 10 plus 3 into 1. So this will give answer as 43. You can take as many numbers and see the result, you will get the accurate answer. So if we take the unit digit to be x and tens digit equal to y, then here I will solve it further. 10y plus x, because we have just now seen it will be multiplied by tens, and here will be 10 plus x. And if we add 27 to it, then the position of the digits will be reversed. So it will give answer as 10x plus y. When we will shift to this side, then x and 10x will give 9x, and plus y minus 10y gives minus 9y. So 9 common le lenge, 3 equal to x minus y, and we are given that the sum of the digits is 9. So okay, 9 equal to x plus y. Y will get cancelled. 12 equal to 2x. Therefore x equal to 6. So unit digit should be 6, and as sum is 9, so 9 minus 6 should be the tens digit, which is 3. So this is 36. So I hope you are understanding this. So a pair of linear equations which has a unique solution is, so अगर हम इसमें ऑप्शन ट्रायल एंड एरर से भी करते हैं, तो इसमें हम देख सकते हैं ये इक्वेशन तो वैल्यू सेटिस्फाई नहीं करता, प्लस ये वाला इक्वेशन भी वैल्यू सेटिस्फाई नहीं करता। बचे अब दो इक्वेशंस, अभी हमें इन्हें ग्राफ के मेथड से करना पड़ेगा। So if it has a unique solution, then a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2. So in first case you can see that 2 by 4 equal to 5 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 2. So this could not be the answer for this question. So ultimately the option D will be correct. The 11th question is, if we take x equal to a and y equal to b, then we have to find the values for a and b, and we are given the equations. So x की वैल्यू हम a रख देते हैं, y की वैल्यू b रख देते हैं, a माइनस बी इक्वल टू 2 बताया है, प्लस अगर हम a प्लस b की वैल्यू हमें 4 बताई है, सो ये इक्वेशन एक इक्वेशन मान लेते हैं, ये दूसरा इक्वेशन मान लेते हैं। अगर if we add both of them, then minus b plus b will get cancelled, it will result in 0, and a plus a will give 2a, and 2 plus 4 will give 6. So a will get 3, and if we put the value in this, then b should be 1, because 3 minus 1 equal to 2. So correct option is option C, 3 and 1. Now one more word problem. Aruna has, you can pause your screen and read. If we take the questions, and you can solve it by yourself also if you think, and then check the answer if your answer is correct or not. If we take the number of coins to be, it is given to be 50. If we take rupees 1 coins to be x in number and rupees 2 coins to be y in number, so we are given that x plus y equal to 50. Total coins is 50, that is one. And the sum of this money is also given to be 75. So x 1 rupees है, तो 1 into x, क्योंकि उसकी डिनोमिनेशन से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ता है, प्लस 2 into y gives us 75. So we will ultimately get as x plus 2y equal to 75. This is our first equation, and x plus y equal to 50 is our second equation. We are just naming it, don't get confused. So if we subtract it, x and x will get cancelled, 2y minus y will get y, and will remain 25. So the number of 2 rupees coins will be 25, and therefore the 1 rupees coins will be 50 minus 25, which is also 25. So its option will be 12D. Now the last question for today is, the father's age is 6 times his son's age. So you can pause your screen. If we take son's age to be x and father's age to be y, so according to the condition, father's age should be 6x, and 4 years later means बच्चा भी 4 साल ही बड़ा होगा और फादर भी 4 साल ही बड़े हो गए, तो ये सन का होगा, और ये फादर की एज हो जाएगी y plus 4, because age of father is y, and Now we will substitute because we know that father's age is 6x in present. So the another condition is that after 4 years the age of father is 4 times than that of the son. So we will multiply the age of son after 4 years by 4 and we'll keep the value of father after 4 years. So इस सॉल्व कर लेंगे 4 से मल्टीप्लाई होगा तो 4x plus 16 equal to 6x plus 4. This is very easy for 10th and also for 9th. So 4x plus 16 equal to 6x plus 4. 4 यहाँ माइनस हो जाएगा 12 और 4x यहाँ जाके माइनस होगा तो 2x. Therefore x equal to 6 and father's age is 6 times the son's age, so it will be 36. So that is it for this video. अगर भी ये वीडियो पसंद आई हो तो लाइक बटन पे 3 बार क्लिक करना और अगर नहीं पसंद आई हो तो डिसलाइक बटन पर 2 बार क्लिक कर देना. ठीक है. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग. Also comment how was the video. Thanks for watching.